Best time, he figured, is around 1:45 to 2:30 a.m. That's when the bars are closing and the strays are stumbling to their car. Now, bar droppings are not his first pick, but he wanted to start off slow. Los Angeles is so completely different from his hometown of Phoenix, Arizona. There were so many streets and alleys and dumpsters and hills and mountains that you could go on here forever. Every morning he would get up an hour earlier just to cruise the city before showing up to work at the radiator shop. Sometimes he would drive as far as downtown, watch all the beautiful, dutiful, professional, the truly helpless women stride into their offices. To them, their lives were so purposeful, so goddamn important. He could tell this by their body language, the way their black stocking legs would stride to their destination. They always looked preoccupied with one thing or another. So important. They command the concrete they walked on. Their heels stabbed out a code of authority to the summer day. While he simply wondered how many undergarments they wore, what color were they, or how moist. Was her bra lacy? He wondered who she put it on for, and who, especially, she removed it for. Maybe her married boss, fucking around on his wife, using her pussy as an object of desire, and her gaining steps on the corporate ladder. But that isn't love. Not like he could give her, not by a long shot. He thought about the scent of her hair and the body perfume, but most of all, after taking all this in, he wondered how they would be reduced to their own moment of truth when all their little designs and trendy bullshit meant absolutely nothing. In the end, what will be their breaking point? When would she finally need him, love him? Or are they all the same? This was the truth, indisputable. When he finally arrived to work, which was never late, he had hope. A kind of hope that allowed him to put on his uniform and stand in a steam-filled garage, gut clean radiators all day while listening to his coworkers talk about their wives, pretty female customers, and tell jokes. He would secretly dream about the love that could be his, all his beliefs would give him such a surge that he literally felt like he wanted, to grab his cock, as tight as he could and just, yank it till it came off his body. Summer nights in Los Angeles, they cling to you. There's an inversion layer that traps all the demented and perverse desires contained during the day, and once released, they remain floating just above the streets like an unseen fog that drops on a few of us. And it collects more in the alleyways, in the parks, in the secret places, and it can stick to you. It gets in your hair and in your eyes. So, sometimes in the most concentrated areas you can hear it whispering, cross-pollinating evil, sadness, despair, and loneliness. He likes the nights, everything about them. Driving around now, he felt like an excited kid on his way to his first day of school. And as he sat on that short hill just behind the restaurant waiting, he chuckled after making the analogy that the people coming out of the bar at closing time is like pus draining from a boil. The hills around them, they still smelled of the fire that blasted through 2 weeks ago when 5 homes in the area burned to the ground. The fire jumped the freeway like a demented jester being chased by his court. It threatened many more homes, but it was stopped in time. And as he looked at the charred skeletal remains of the pine and magnolia trees, and thought about squirrels, deer, maybe even dogs, reptiles don't count, and what their last moments were like when they knew there was no escape. Terror, he figured, all living things in the moment of ultimate truth are in terror, pure and simple, because they are scared. Only then can they be nice. Now, it had to be a woman, because they had all the power. The Santa Ana winds whipped through the open window, sprays sparking cigarette ash in the car, and this does not bother him. Even when a burning piece of tobacco lands on his arm, he just watches it, knowing it'll only hurt for so long, relishing the control. The window was open because the only air conditioning in the house was in Dad's bedroom. The warm winds, provided relief from the still overwhelming heat of the day. I like the windows open at nighttime. I like them wide open, inviting the darkness and the city, to my room. I don't know much about what goes on out there, but I wanted to see. It's 10 o'clock p.m. and I'm getting ready for bed, and Dad is in the next room getting ready for work. Mom, she's in the kitchen. Evelyn, where's my socks? I can't find one goddamn pair. My dad, he yelled, demanding attention. They are in there, Art. I don't have any in here. No, God damn it, get in here and I'll show you. And then I heard him say to himself, dumb bitch. She entered the room, and I guess she was going through the sock drawer. There's a pair. Yeah, the ones on the floor, they belong to the kid. He yelled at me to come into the room, and I felt strange entering their room. I've only been in there, maybe 4 times before, and all the windows were covered with tin foil, and they had dark curtains over them. This room was always dark. This little room, this is where they went. The nights, he worked, she slept there alone, and he was off. They slept together. How? Him so pudgy Italian, and her, so pale and sick. They must have been like oil and water. And as I walked in, and the lights were all on and bright, and even the bedside lights were on, and I could see her medications on her side of the bed, and the alarm clock on his side. And I walked, tentatively, as to not, make the wrong move. Take those socks, put them in your drawer. Now I knew the tone of voice, and that meant to do it and to get out. And as I bent over to pick up the socks, I could see my dad's dick hanging out of his boxers, and I'd never seen it before, and it was wrinkly and hairy, and I felt ashamed, and I didn't want to see him this way, and I didn't want to make him embarrassed, but I couldn't help but stare. You one of those faggots, huh? What, you never seen a dick before? I took a step back and I looked at my mom, and she was blushing and chuckling. It looked like she was taking pleasure in his being uncomfortable. And when I saw her laugh, I laughed also, in slow motion. And I saw his body turn, the room red in this color, that he had a way to do it, Anything he wanted, he turned around and he backhanded my mom across the face, when she went to the floor crying. And I bolted from my room, and he chases me, dripping, red. You think that's funny, you little faggot? You're gonna be laughing pretty much through your whole faggy life. Can't even hit the toilet with your crooked pencil dick of yours. Come here! I didn't move. I stayed behind the open closet door, and I heard him, doing something in my toy box. And then he started to walk towards me, and the door swung wide, and he was standing there, and the devil's blush, holding one of my large wind-up airplanes in his hand, over his head. You son of a bitch! For a split second, I saw that plane crashing. We're all covered in red. We turned yellow, and we went to the hospital, and they put 30 stitches. Keep my head together. We have another secret. We're home from the hospital in Johns. Beginning of 3rd grade, I had to wait a few more days until I was strong enough to lie. He's gonna feel so goddamn good when he brings her into his world, in his analysis, the ones that were pure cunts, the ones that were so fucking happy would be the best. He could take them furthest on their journey of being owned, put down, more fun. You okay to drive? You can tell she takes good care of her things. That's nice car. You still making payments? Am I what? No, he was happy to hear the slurred words as he looked at her beautiful, light complexion. He imagined her tears. Maybe he could save her. You okay to drive? No, I'm fine. He pictured that he would win her trust first. He wants to clearly see the moment when that trust is broken, when she realizes something is terribly wrong. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I'm with the Glendale Police Department. Is there a problem? She asked. You think you're okay to drive? How many drinks have you had? Well, I'm okay. I mean, I think so. I had 4 drinks. Actually, she says that with a giggle, not even able to believe it herself. He just watches, smiling, amused, and amicable, while wondering if she has the same callous laugh when she's breaking with a squirming boyfriend. She laughs again, and she realizes she's being spared. A DUI, even likes the cop for it. He could have waited. Drive away, bin buster. There, someone you can call to come and get you. Let me call my friend real quick. Judy, it's Ann. Listen, I need a ride home from Gators. Call me as soon as possible. She's probably with her boyfriend. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I get it. Well, what are we gonna do now? Can't be safe for you here to wait around by yourself, and I need to get back on the beat. Look, I really, I only live a few blocks from here, and I'm sure I could drive, and I promise. I'll go straight home. No, I'm sorry. I can't let you do that. It's against the law, and I'd hate to see anything happen to that pretty face of yours. Even she blushes at this. She's starting to feel comfortable around him. She even thinks he's attractive. I'll tell you what. A couple of things I'd be okay with at this point. One, you can call your friend again, but that'd be your last call because I have to roll. And I could run you home, on my way to town, which it'd probably be the smarter thing to do. Listen, I don't often offer these services up to anybody, so think carefully. Could I see your badge one more time? Oh yeah, you bet, sure. Pulls his hands, out. He started to shake a little bit again, and she squints. Tries to focus. Your hand's shaking. I can't see very well. Oops. Yeah, I'm diabetic. Oh, yeah. My nephew. That's he's diabetic. Poor guy. Okay. Yeah. You seem real. So let's go. Officer. Whatever your name is. My name is Officer Hanson. There you go, miss. And here we go. I killed our dog yesterday. There's something in me I can't touch, so I touch what I can. I was playing with him, sliding him on the hardwood floor and into the wall. And I don't think I did it on purpose, but it was fun. And he would get dizzy, and I would push him harder every time until he stopped moving. Then I went on much longer, as if there was still more to get out of him. I left him there, and when my mom found him, I said, I don't know what happened, and she was very upset. And she was crying, and she kept cradling it like a baby, and saying Blitzer the dog was the only one who understood her. And she kept blowing air into it, like into its mouth, and its tummy would rise and fall. And when my dad got home from working all night, he said he was happy the fucking dog was dead because all it did was piss and shit in his shoes. And it was nothing but a rat with a collar. And I was starting to get sad for the dog and wondered, what could have happened to it. And I chose to no longer remember what I did. And my dad said I looked guilty about something. And he hit me, so hard in the stomach. And he broke my ribs. And he told me to go stand in the closet all day. He came into the room to go to sleep. And I saw the light from under the closet door flip on, illuminating my musky cage from the bottom up. It smelled like body odor and cologne. And I checked his stinky pockets for loose change, nothing. I heard him throw his smelly overalls on the floor, and then he turned the light off, and he got in bed. All was quiet. I was frozen. in silence, hoping he would forget about me. I heard his mouth open for a snore, and then he said, "Don't come out of there or I'll break your arm. I mean it, I'll snap it in two." I said, "Okay." And after a while, I could hear him snoring real good. And so I sat on a pile of his clothes on the floor, and I kept thinking about the look on that Chihuahua's face, and he went blank, and I didn't want him to go where he did. I wanted him to want me longer. I loved the way his eyes would be full of bug-eyed sadness and questioning. And I thought of smashing my dad's face with a hammer from the garage. He rolls up the window so he can catch her scent better. He likes it. Her skin, it almost has fresh smell. You can tell she isn't sour yet. His stomach starts hurting again, threatening to destroy the lucky momentum, and he feels like someone's sticking their hand in, grabbing his intestines and twisting them. He breaks out in a sweat on his brow. Are you all right? You need your medicine? Yes. Oh, I do, but I don't have it with me. Okay, where do I go from here? Look, you can just let me out at the corner there, and I'll walk the rest of the way. You need to take care of yourself now. He's telling that he's losing her. He wished he could just throw up his intestines, his stomach, his heart, all the rotten pieces inside him, for good. Please, look, there's no reason to go any further. You can let me out here. I'll make another phone call. At that, he grabs the wheel with his left hand, and he just punches her right in the face, and she drops the phone. He takes it. I told you, last fucking call. Don't try to get out. You can yell, but if it starts to bug me, I'll make you stop. He's seeing the register of the reality of the situation when her head bounced off the back of that window, and she looked at it with this mouth just wide open, full of shock. She looks as if she's in this wrecked car, and she notices her legs are missing. Terror bites every teddy bear she's ever squeezed, every romantic kiss she's ever blissfully accepted, every bowel movement she tried to hide from her love, all on her face like a storm, its winds damning hope and clouds of rain and shame. She starts to cry. Come here. Let me hold you. No. What do you want? I want everything, all of your things. I want to see you. How hurt you get depends on you. We are going to go for a little ride, and you just do as I say, or do as I mean, okay? Yes, where are we going? Now, come here. No. I'm taking you to die. You whiny little bitch. I'm gonna get to know you, then kill you. Maybe We can die together. I'm not afraid. Are you? I see death everywhere I look. I see you. You're so pretty. Your skin's so fair and touchable. You have caramel eyes that see much more deeply than they did an hour ago. You ever thought about dying? Real question. Have you ever thought about dying? Yes, I've thought about death. Please, don't kill me. What about death have you thought about death? When my dad died, I wondered where he went. When my dad died, I wondered where he went. So, where did he go? I can only imagine heaven or a good place. Speaking of a good place, pull your dress up to your waist. Okay. I will count to 3, and then I will shoot you in the foot. Take off your shoes, throw them on the floor in the back. You didn't get wet? Oh, you will. It's okay. Take your dress off. You have a nice body. How old are you? I'm 29. I'll be 30 next month. Come here. Sit close to me. Ouch! What? What's the matter, honey? Wasn't I doing it right? Hey, you want to call somebody? Say goodbye? Yes. Well, maybe later. Who would you call? I would call my mom. Not your dad. Oh. I want you to take off your dress. Give me your legs. Now, put your hands behind your back. Don't do that. Come on, what did I ever do to you? Now, get in the back. Now, you belong to me, and all those other guys meant nothing to you. Now I'm the only one who matters. It was always me. You ever pick your nose? Pretty lady. Please stop, please. I'll do whatever you want. You'll do it anyway. Now, I want you to look at me. 1, 2, 3. It's very important that you look at me. Your life depends on it now. Now, I just want to see how long you can hold your breath. I'm going to choke you. And you're going to look at me until you pass out. And we will play this game for a while, and then we will move on. And I don't think you'll die here, but who knows? There were many times that I thought I was going to die. Look at me. You fucking coward. You're a fucking coward. Open your fucking eyes. Please. Open your eyes. I will open my eyes. If you will tell me your name, it has to be your real name, I'll know. I know things do. Bill. My name is Bill. Yes, yes. Bill. I can see you now, Bill. I can love you, Bill. My 14th birthday was yesterday, so was my court date for taking drugs and being incorrigible. My parents are in the process of getting a divorce. My dad served my mom the papers when she was getting ready to go into open heart surgery. A cop walked in, handed her an envelope. After she read it, she didn't curse or anything. She was just quiet. She looked at me, and I saw something in her eyes, from life to death, caring to not caring. It was the realest thing I'd seen her do. My groin started to tingle. I wasn't sure how I felt about her living through the surgery. I wasn't really sure I cared either way, but I loved her when she showed me something real. I got busted for being a passenger on a stolen car with a pocket full of barbiturates, and I was ripped out of my brain. I bought the drugs with my paper route money, and I stole some more from my mother's drug drawer, about 30. The cops said I was going to deal them, but I don't sell my own drugs. I take every last fucking one of them myself. They didn't charge me with grand theft. They got me on other things because I had a pretty bad record. But this was going to be serious. I was looking at some sort of youth authority facility, and I'd never been to one of those places. I'd just been to juvie and camps, and I hate them. And I always, stayed alone and dreamt about, what I'd do to some of those assholes, if I had the chance. Sometimes I'd cry for my mom, but I wouldn't let anyone else see. It was the day before court, and my stomach was feeling like it got hit with the ramrod, and I didn't want to go to camp. I can't function in there. I can't do the things that I want, the things I need. I can't throw darts at cats. I clung to my mom. She was beginning to look herself these days, and she didn't have that pasty, wax look on her skin anymore. Her freckles were visible again, and her deep brown eyes were clear. My mom's pretty like a rose. My mom and I are scared, so I said, watching her eat, what, honey? Of going back to jail? I'll stop doing all that bad stuff. I promise. I swear to God, Mom, I won't be able to do it. Mom, don't let him take me tomorrow. I said, I was crying. I think, I was feeling this pain. Oh, are they going to take you again? Oh, Billy, this stuff is killing me. I can't keep track of you. You need help. And that son of a bitch and father of yours won't do shit. I can't do it all myself. You make it too hard for me, and all those drugs, and I don't know what you do. Sometimes, I don't know. And she was crying now. We both were. And she hugged me, and I wanted to pull her hair out of her head. And I stuck close to her all day. We did some laundry. We watched television. And at bedtime, I asked if I could sleep with her. And she said yes. And it was so hot, and we didn't cover ourselves with the top sheet. I had my dad's nightlight on. Created this, pocket of warm light. It looked yellow against the peach-colored sheets, and I nestled right into that cove, and my mom backed right into me, and I put my arm around her, and I could feel her breast. My heart, honey, it's palpitating. She moved my hand, slightly. Mom, don't let him take me tomorrow. I swear I'll die. You have no idea what it's like in there. She turned around. She pulled my head to her chest. Oh, please let me stay here. What if the judge won't let me out? Honey, she said, just tell him you want me. Tell him you can handle me. That's all you have to do. I said, okay, sweetie. I will let him take you. You promise, Mom? I promise, honey. Now let's get some sleep. And she reached over, she turned out the light, she pulled me close in the darkness. The next day, whenever my name was called in the courtroom, my mom's hand was shaking as I let go of it. And I slid up in front of that counter and I was trembling. I was looking back at my mom and she looked confused and ashamed, like she wanted to run. And when the judge was finished reviewing the records, he slammed the gavel down and said, "Order the court." They handcuffed me, and I saw my mom shaking like a retarded leaf, saying nothing as they led me from the room. Billy, 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 let's make love, Billy. That's it. Are you coming? Oh, Billy. Oh, come, Bill. She took longer to come around this time. When she did, she was silent. Bill, I won't tell anyone. Please don't, Bill. Get up now. Bill, my name is Ann. I don't want to die, Bill. Look at me, Bill. Oh, Bill. They say my dad is going to die soon, so I visited him. I don't know why. I have nothing to say to him. So we stare straight ahead, and every once in a while, he'll ask me if I've quit smoking, and I tell him no. And he says, "You should. Look at me." He's dying of emphysema. He still smokes. My mother killed herself. Nothing much worked out for me. I can't be around other people, not even druggies or cons. Nothing changed me much except being nothing. I don't even really mess with drugs anymore, no use. They stopped filling my needs. My desires are way beyond anything I can imagine fulfilled. I stopped killing things after Anne, even though killing came closest to making me feel good. Mind you, it's not some voice telling me and telling me to do things. I desired so hard that I had no fear anymore. I wanted to know the ultimate truth about love. I wanted to see souls in a puddle on the ground reflecting Genesis back to me. I wanted to fuck every woman in the world. I wanted to feel their pulses. I wanted to bite into their faces like a vampire, even though the blood offers me no relief. I don't believe in God or a supreme power. You cannot look beyond your own need. I know every man has this feeling. There's so few who seek the real truth. I went away, and I stay away where nobody could call me and nothing could find me. I'm not so all right, but it's better than before. Anne was my first and my last. I'll always remember her. She lived.